You know what everybody's gonna ask me, right? It's gonna ask you what happened to your foot.
Well, what happened was I was walking in downtown Seattle. If you haven't gone, no need to go. Just kidding. And the sidewalk was there, and then it wasn't there, and my foot told me so.
Your foot
So
told
did
you
my
so.
knee.
Yeah.
My other on the opposite side. And my whole shin.
And everything else. Poor Maddie.
I'm sorry
No,
I don't recover like I
We're gonna start a GoFundMe for Maddie's foot. We're gonna get her a new foot. So
Please
the
don't.
link is in the description. I'm just joking. That would be funny though. Jeez. So, so the bathroom's still flooding. I'm gonna have to go and deal with that. I was trying to make a video, and then that happened. So, I actually can see myself in this. It's real hard. Like I'm like holding a huge tripod in my hand, like it's a selfie stick. But yeah, so the bathroom's flooded. We're dealing with that. I'm a little flustered. Sorry. Maddie's also on crutches. Yeah.
I am.
She is.
I can't get it up.
Oh, the boot. I can't see the boot. It's on the boot. So, get well soon.
Try to.
Or don't, whatever you want to do. You know, whatever, it's up to you. Yeah, doing all kind of shit today. We got Miss Handicap. We have the flood in the bathroom that I don't even know how to stop. And man, we've been like arguing with L&I. I've been trying to hire someone in sales for the media company. It has been a day. Damn. But welcome to the channel. If you're new to the channel, like this video, subscribe to the channel. You found an excellent channel. I don't try to sell you guys anything, but I do own a cleaning company here in Seattle, Washington, a little bit north of Seattle, Washington. I'm in Muckatul, actually. But I've been doing this for a little while now, a few years in the making. I like to talk about business, and I like to talk about what works for me and what doesn't work for me in this industry. Right now, what's not working for me is every time I do laundry here, my sink overfills and floods the entire back of my shop. Not good. This could get very expensive. But I had a subject I wanted to talk. What did I even want to talk about today? Before the place started flooding and filling up with water. Was I being mad secretive? I think I had a topic. Give me a second and I'm gonna remember what the topic was. Oh, that was a couple different videos I'm gonna make, but this one was about getting paid. When should you get paid? When should you ask for your money? At what point do you say, hey, what's your credit card number? You know, do you accept these net 30 terms and deals or negotiations? You know, when do you get your money? Because the way that I've set it up works great for me. And I mean, I guess it's a little bit controversial because it's not the typical thing that most businesses have been used to doing for the last 30 or 50 years, but it's different times. And I'm leaning into the fact that we have better technology this decade, and that there's different ways to do things now, and there's different ideas and things that are becoming a little bit more prevalent. So the way that I get paid, I think is great, and I want to share it with you, see if maybe it's something that you can implement in your business, or if maybe you think it's stupid, then don't do it, but I think it's working well for me. If something's working well for you, let me know how you're billing, how you're getting paid. But that's what this video is going to be about, and it's going to be a little bit more vloggy, as you can tell, because we're at the shop. just trying to get some other stuff done. And we'll go into some other stuff about how the business has been doing and what we've been up to. And I guess there's a lot of interesting stuff to talk about. I've been gone for a couple days, so. But yeah, stay tuned.
Look, this for all my boss days. Go through your boss days. Loving how you boss, babe. This for all my dreamers and my doers and all the entrepreneurs. Just believe in what you're doing and pursuing. Look, this for all my boss days. Go through your boss days.
What's up, Boss Fam? It's your boy DJ the Boss, and I'm back at y'all with another video. You saw a little prequel. I know that was crazy. It's been madness at the office. We have been going through it today. But like I said in the prequel, today we're gonna be talking about getting paid. When do you get paid? When do you actually get money? And long story short, I get paid up front on the first of the month before services are rendered for that month. Is how it's written out in my contract. First of the month, top of the month, in advance. That's how I get paid. Automatically billed to clients, credit card or e-check transfer or whatever, ACH or whatever it's called. That's how I do it. And that has worked for me since the inception of my business. And because of that, it puts you in a really good place. You're cash positive from day one. So that doesn't mean you can't, fudge up your finances, because I've definitely done that a couple times already. It doesn't solve everything, but it definitely makes business easier when you get to start off with money. So don't think that you can't, get paid first or get paid up front, and you can get paid the entire amount up front. I do 100% of the invoice due on the first. It is possible because I do it. So, is that the typical way that it's done? No, a lot of people do the net 30 thing and that stuff, and that's wonderful. Those are people with big money, and I probably we probably make enough monthly now that we could stash money and go the net 30 route and cover the payments, and then let those arrears come in and refill the bank accounts. But I just don't want to. And that's why I do it this way, literally just because I don't want to. But it wasn't always that way. I'm not just some business genius or some guru or some idiot savant at business to know to just bill up front. It was that way because I needed it to be that way. You guys have heard this story a couple of times now. I didn't have anything when I started my business. I had zero money. I didn't even have a place to stay, and I needed the money. I needed the money immediately, so I couldn't work for 30 days. What was I gonna eat for the next 30 days while I'm working and cleaning for these people? That doesn't work for me, so I needed my money up front. When you get your money up front, you're not afraid to hire people. You're not afraid to, you're not afraid to get equipment. And as long as you budget well, you have this peace of mind. Starting the month, you already have the money. You can, make your decisions and move and plan for it to be how you want it to be, knowing that it's already in your bank account for that month. And that's how I like to live. It's worked perfect for me. Now I'll get more into the nitty gritty about how to set that up for yourself, if that's something that you guys want to see, and stick around more towards the end of the video. But I also wanted to kind of just chop it in, tap in with you guys and let you know how things have been going with my business lately, and if you guys are in business already, let me know how it's going for you. I know a lot of people are waiting till around right now to get started, so let me know if you actually got started. Are you out there making calls? Are you knocking on doors? Are you sending emails? Or what are you doing to try to get your business out there? But yeah, just wanted to do a quick tap in. So we have a couple things to go on. Overall, so let's start at the top. Overall picture of everything from the CEO standpoint, from my job standpoint, things are pretty bad. Things are quite terrible. To be quite frank, it's going pretty bad. I'm not at risk of being homeless anytime soon, but in terms of where I want to be in my goals, we are not tracking to the goals that I have for myself and for my companies, largely due to me, giving so much attention to my other company and getting that company off the ground. It's kind of hard to just be doing two things at once. Actually, there's no such thing as multitasking. You can't do two things at once. You're literally just focusing on one thing at a time. So I'm messing things up in my cleaning company, trying to get my media company up and running. But it's not too late to fix. So I can fix most of that with sales and refining a couple more systems. It just takes a little bit more more effort during the day, during my days, just to make sure I'm paying attention to what needs to be paid attention to and making sure these systems get implemented the way they should. And then we'll have a better overall general outlook. On the media side of things, because of the media company, the media is going great. If you guys take a look at the GCO Instagram or the LinkedIn, you'll see all the beautiful artwork and stuff, and we're getting ready to include video in that as well. I think I am going to do a video on the content strategy or content marketing for all you guys who are just starting out or wondering how to approach your marketing. Yeah, actually, someone actually just left a comment about marketing and wanting to know how to market their business. So we will actually touch on that probably in the next video or two. What else has been going on? So what did I say? Things have been terrible, not too terrible. We are having a slowed down period of growth, so a lack of new clientele. As of recently, things were going great for the first quarter. We're averaging a good three leads a day, 3 contacts a day, and now that's kind of slowed down quite a bit, almost to that same amount per week, and that is not good. It's really terrible. So we're gonna ramp that stuff back up and see where the kinks are in those systems. If you guys have any experience with dwindling numbers, let me know if it's just maybe the time period or what how have you handled it in the past. Also, we've been arguing with L&I guess, people make complaints or employees make complaints when the exit doesn't go well, and whatever. I don't, you sit there, you go back and forth with L&I, they investigate, you show them everything you have, they make a decision on whether or not you owe the employee whatever they're saying you owe them, which we ended up not owing the employee anyway. It was just a stupid and frustrating situation. And it's even more frustrating because it was an employee that we did a lot for. We overpaid and paid extra, and they become entitled, and they think they just deserve everything and that they should just get everything for no reason, and that doesn't sit well with me. But I only had to deal with it towards the very end and at the very beginning, but a lot of the headache Maddie has been dealing with. Actually, let's see what Maddie has to say about the subject. So Maddie, what is your take on the L&I situation and the employee complaint? Tell the people what happened without saying any names, and how did it end? How did it start and how did it end?
People get entitled and they quit their jobs, and then they're broke, so they hit up L&I because they want your money, and then they don't get it, and then they go home mad. That's really how I feel about it. YouTube version.
The YouTube version. Hilarious. Can I see? Not too close now? Too close now. But yeah, I guess that's pretty much what happened. As long as you are staying vigilant on tracking your employees' hours, I recommend having something that's geofenced or something that's geotagged at least, so that you can see when and where people are clocking in. I think that's really important because you get to protect yourself and you have a leg to stand on. When accusations come or people say that you did whatever, you always have something as much documented as possible, and you can lean on technology a lot for that, and have things be self-directed so that it's more on someone else to hold themselves accountable, and the technology keeps track of that, so you're protected in the event that some shit like that happens. But been dealing with that. Now that's also bad. You guys saw that the bathroom is still actively flooding as we speak. There's like a big puddle in the back hallway all the way to the back door. I'll have to squeegee that out here shortly. Yeah, and so yeah, things have been a little rough. But on a good note, actually, we had one positive thing happen towards the end of this quarter. I think, what month is it? We're still in the first quarter, huh? March. Yeah, we're still in the first quarter. And so in the first quarter of this year, we actually hit a company milestone financially. Maddie, do you know what the financial milestone that we hit for in Q1 of this year? It's a financial milestone. Do you know what it is?
I'm offended that you would put me on the spot like this, because no.
No? Okay, here's a clue.
We made a certain amount of money.
We did make a certain amount of money. Do you know how much money that was? What was that monetary milestone that we passed?
Are you talking about for G-Code?
Yeah, for G-Code.
100,000.
What? No. Well, since Maddie failed, it's not like she really sits there and pays attention to the finances. That's more my thing. But we passed the $250,000 mark. $255,000.
Dang, good job.
Yes, I know, right? I know, pretty good. Decent. Doing business stuff over here. Right? Is that not impressive? 255 and some change for our first time. So I'm excited about that. So that's one of the only things going good right now. One of our good notes. We're trying to hang on to that while we fight through some of this other bullshit. But anyway, getting back to getting paid. Going into this, setting up your contract or whatever paperwork you're gonna present in your proposal to give service to people. You definitely want to make sure you have a section that includes the timing of payments. And I usually just like to keep the language as basic as possible, or you can have a lawyer draw it up for you. But basically, some language saying that you bill in advance. I use basically a subscription. It's basically set up like a subscription model. You're subscribing to have this service done, and that's why I also use a flat rate. And you'll hear other people in the cleaning industry, Fabio or AJ, will tell you charge a flat rate. I charge a flat rate every month, and that way it's not changing or nobody has to do any guesswork. That way it can be set up more like a subscription model, and it can be auto billed because it's not going to change. And so clients are more apt to be comfortable with that type of situation where they'll set it up on auto pay as long as the number is not going to change. And so if you're pricing right, you get that. You make sure you have your profit. You know that the work's not going to change. They know exactly what's going to get done. You know exactly what you have to do. You know exactly how much is coming into your bank account. They know how much is leaving their bank account. And it all happens on the first of the month, like a lot of bills, like a lot of other bills and subscriptions. You pay your rent on the first. Some things you just pay on the first. My company is one of them. And so you don't have to bill on the first. I really say this to say, bill your client. If you can give your clients some leeway and give them an invoice and have them pay it 15 or 30 days later, if you have the ability to do that, then go ahead and do that. But if you don't, then don't think that you have to. Do what works for you. I only started doing this because I needed the money up front. I needed it. I had no other choice. And so if you need the money up front, then you don't have a choice. Especially if you want to start off in a way where you want to scale quickly and you want to hire employees right out of the gate, then you need cash. You need cash flow in order to be able to pay your employees and pay for your expenses and move people around. That doesn't happen without money. And I don't recommend you go and put it on a credit card and then or even do any type of invoice financing or anything like that. That's losing money or spending money when you don't need to. I've made those mistakes as well. I've done invoice financing with a big net 30 client, and you really only get to finance, I think it was like 80% of the total invoice. And so you're already operating with less cash than you would had you just got paid. Then you got fees on top of that, and you're still paying your employees and paying for all your expenses. at the end of the day, you end up just losing money. And those type of things can get you over a hump, or to stretch out your timeline in a pinch. But those aren't things that you should be leaning on or relying on or starting or building your company on. You want to start from a cash positive place. So if you can, work a few jobs, save up some money, and then hire, or get your payments up front and first. Hope you guys got a lot of value from this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Let me know what else you guys want to see. I'll give another update in a few weeks, but I do have that marketing video coming out to help out with. I can't remember who left the comment, but I will make that video for you. I've been wanting to do it for a while now anyway. And then I will be doing some reaction videos to some of these other cleaning business owners and coaches and stuff like that to see what they have to say about the industry, and we'll let you guys know how I feel. So stick around, like this video, subscribe to the channel if you want to see that stuff. I'm telling you, it's good stuff here. If you're in any type of business, any type of service business, all these same business principles apply. So you found an excellent channel. Again, subscribe to the channel. I love y'all. Keep that boss mentality. Peace.